William Arthur Ward, the author of Fountains of Faith, said, "If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it." I wonder if you can imagine it, could it happen? I'm David Hearn, and I think the answer would be yes. In fact, it was a 9/11 Commission's belief that a failure of imagination was paramount in the enabling of the 2001 terrorist attacks. I'm an author with a new novel coming out in September titled The Christmas Special. Retired CIA agent T.L. Williams, the author of the novel Cooper's Revenge, stated, "The Christmas Special offers a chilling glimpse into the minds of terrorists willing to do the unthinkable, unleash Armageddon here in the homeland. The haunting images of America again under attack raise questions about the roots of homegrown terrorism and the viability of safeguards and security in our nation's nuclear facilities." I love Williams' description of my novel, but to me it is more. It is a story of life in all its complexities. Above all, it is a story about America, its people, and what life would be for you and those you love if 12/25, yes, Christmas Day, suddenly became the new 9/11. Within the novel are vignettes of individual struggles that tell what life would be like if the unimaginable happened. The Christmas Special is a story of a great nation, crippled by its lack of imagination that allowed the worst catastrophe ever to happen. The horror of that day and its aftermath are told by those who experienced it in its many permutations. Some of their stories will make you cry, some will make you laugh, and some will make you very angry. But that's what life is all about. Life is a tapestry of many stories, all woven together with some yelling at us louder than others. A couple of the main characters in the novel are a beautiful teenage Muslim girl who's madly in love with an older American agnostic teenage boy who is much despised by her family. The novel has a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet theme with a deadly twist where the abusive father of my novel's Juliet is also a closet terrorist. In fact, he is the mastermind behind a large planned attack on America early Christmas morning. The plans are set, and his allies are now simply waiting till he tells them to consummate the attacks on their selected targets of 3 nuclear power plants and a few churches and hospitals across America. It will be more than an attack on a nation. It will be a test on the endurance of the sacred holiday Christmas. When I first announced my plans of writing this story, it was before the nuclear disaster in Fukushima, Japan. Prior to that event, some friends thought that the possibilities of a successful terrorist attack on a nuclear facility within America were far-fetched. But the fragility of the backup systems in Fukushima to supply the plant's water and electric power after a natural disaster proved that terrorists don't need a plane to destroy a nuclear power plant. They only need knowledge of a nuclear power plant's Achilles heel, great imagination, and the will to die for their cause. Judy Trickle, Executive Director of the Nevada Nuclear Waste Task Force, stated that the Christmas Special delivers a stark warning to the U.S. of a clear and present danger that is all too real. After 30 years of opposing nuclear weapons and power and warning of the dangers, I find that the Christmas Special illustrates the possible consequences of a terrorist attack in an unforgettable way. The premise of my novel was supported even further in August of 2013 when a report came out from the University of Texas commissioned by the U.S. government that stated not one of the country's 104 commercial nuclear reactors or 3 research reactors is protected against an attack from a terrorist cells of the size of those involved in the 9/11 attacks. The report was the work of the Nuclear Proliferation Prevention Project at the University of Texas I've imagined these deadly attacks to write my novel. Researchers at the University of Texas have imagined virtually the same scenarios in creating their report. I ask you, could terrorists also imagine such a monstrous attack and how to accomplish it? We all know what the answer is. A nuclear disaster is unforgiving. The Fukushima nuclear catastrophe created a 1,000 miles exclusion zone that is uninhabitable to humans for years to come. Just like the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, which laid waste to more than 1,000 square miles for almost 30 years now. My novel, The Christmas Special, delves into what some say is an unimaginable disaster. But to prevent the unimaginable, we must imagine it so it can never become a reality. The novel is done, ready to ship. It's even complete with endorsements from Judy Trikel, Executive Director of the Nevada Nuclear Waste Task Force, Tricia Erickson, Crisis Management Expert, media pundit, and author of Can Mitt Romney Serve Two Masters, Qasim El-Ghazali, a Moroccan human rights champion whose writings stress the importance of freedom of thought denied to millions in many cultures and religions. Former CIA agent T.L. Williams, the author of Cooper's Revenge, and Elaine Henderson, executive producer of the movie Snap. I hope I will be able to add your names to the list of those who endorse my new novel. I hope you will help spread the word about a book that should be read. I think you will find The Christmas Special a thriller that will disturb you and make you imagine things that some say are unimaginable.